Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about dimensional analysis and what do we mean by dimensional formula. Okay, for a given physical quantity, how we have to write dimensional formula. Those all related things we are going to discuss it in our present class. Clear? So dimensional analysis. So let us suppose, okay, we are going to measure a length. Okay, so the distance traveled by a particle, which is nothing but length, and that length we are going to calculate. Okay, if we consider that length part, only length part we are measuring, and in how many dimension we can measure length. Okay, so if I am measuring length of a cuboid or length of chalk piece, clear, or length of cupboard means, okay, in only one way I will be measuring that. So the length is having, okay, only one dimensional variable, that is nothing but what? Length actually, which we are going to measure it in the units of meter. SI unit for length is nothing but what? Meter. And how to represent this dimensional analysis also we are going to discuss in our present class. Representation for this dimensional quantities. Clear? Let us suppose we are going to calculate area. That means we are going to write dimensional formula for area. What is basically area? What do you mean by area first of all? Okay, if we are having a rectangular sheet, okay, rectangular plain paper means, how you are going to calculate area of that? Can anybody tell me? Okay, if we measure length and breadth means, totally we are going to take area of that particular plane or a rectangular sheet, correct? No, that means area is nothing but what? We are going to measure area with the help of length and breadth. Okay, length we are going to measure it in meters and breadth also we are going to measure it in meters. So when length and breadth are multiplied, then we are going to get this factor, that is nothing but area. So if I want to write dimensional formula for this area means, okay, if I want to write dimensional formula for area means, I will be using square brackets for this. Okay, so dimensional formula for area, it is nothing but dimension of length, okay, and dimension of breadth. So dimension of length means, always remember, we are going to indicate a physical quantity, that is nothing but area, in terms of the well-known fundamental quantities. That is nothing but what? Actually dimensional analysis. So dimensional analysis, it is nothing but a process of mentioning the known physical quantities. Okay, whatever the physical quantities we are having, those physical quantities we are going to represent it in normal well-known fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities already we had discussed, correct? No, 7 fundamental quantities. Length, okay, length is nothing but fundamental quantity. Next, mass is also a fundamental quantity. Okay, next time, next luminous intensity, temperature, amount of substance, current, these are all nothing but what? Fundamental quantities. So in those fundamental quantity we won't have this area, correct? No? But area is nothing but what? It is a derived quantity. We are going to derive this area factor by nothing but well known 2 length factors. Okay, if we treat breadth, we are going to measure breadth. Okay, if we measure breadth is nothing but what? That is also a unit for length only. This is also in the units of meter. This will also in the units of meter, correct? So meter into meter will become what? Meter square. That means area is nothing but a derived quantity. So this area is a physical quantity or a derived quantity. This complete area we are going to represent it in our known fundamental quantity. That process is nothing but dimensional analysis, correct? So For length we are going to use the letter L. Okay, in this manner we will be representing. That means area is having for length L, and again breadth we are measuring. In general breadth is nothing but what? Again it is nothing but length only. Again for length what I can write? L. That means in total I can write L square. Okay, here also L, here also L, L square. If here plus 1 minus 1 was there means we will be treating it as 0. So the dimensions of area is nothing but 2 in length. So dimensions of this physical quantity, okay, dimensions of this physical quantity area, that is nothing but power of fundamental quantity. This is length is nothing but what? Our known fundamental quantity, correct? No. Okay. So the dimensions of a physical quantity, that is nothing but the power of, clear? This is nothing but power. I am not, this is not L2, this is L square, L to the power of 2, correct? So the dimensions of a physical quantity area, or the dimensions of area, that is nothing but 2 in length. In that manner we will be treating. So finally, if anyone asks you what is the dimensions of area means, what you have to do, what you have to tell, that is nothing but 2 in length, correct? So therefore dimensions of area, it is nothing but 2 in length. Are you all following? So let us take one more example. If we are having volume means, okay, if we are having volume in examination, how they will be asking in board examination means, write the dimensional formula for volume. If they are asking dimensional formula for volume means, you have to write what you will be writing. Basically what do you known as volume? Volume is nothing but, just imagine a cuboid or a rectangular box. So if we consider a rectangular box means, how we can going to measure volume in that? First we will measure length of that, correct? No? Here if I draw rectangular box for you means, so first you will measure length of this, correct? Next you will measure breadth of this. Okay, this is length L, this is breadth B. Finally you will be measuring height, and then what will be the volume of this rectangular box? Length into breadth into height, correct? So length we are going to measure, okay, this is nothing but a known physical quantity. Breadth we are going to measure breadth also. That means what is the SI unit for length? That is nothing but meter. If you measure breadth means, what is the SI unit for breadth? Breadth is nothing but, basically that is nothing but length, correct? And height, that is also nothing but, basically it is also length only. So length into breadth into height means, if you want to write dimensional formula for volume means, what you can write? Yes, can anyone tell me? So volume of this rectangular box, that is equal to length into breadth into height, correct? So length into breadth into height. So now we are going to write dimensional formula for volume. From this formula we are going to write dimensional formula for this volume. So if I want to write dimensional formula means, okay, dimensions of volume, that is nothing but dimensions of length. Okay, what is the dimension of length? We are going to write it as, for length L, remember. Next breadth is nothing but what? Basically it is length only, so that's why L into L. Next height. Height is nothing but what? Again height is nothing but what? That is nothing but, basically that is also a length factor only, because we are measuring distance here, okay, in the units of meter, meter, meter. So here L into L into L. So finally what we are going to have L, L, L. That means it will be L to the power of 3. Clear? This is nothing but dimensional formula for volume. Clear? So dimensional formula means left hand side we will be having a physical quantity and right side we will be having a fundamental quantity, and if any powers are there means we will be having power. Clear? So dimensions of volume is nothing but what? 3 in length. Dimensional formula for area is nothing but what? 2 in length. Are you all following? So dimensional formula for only length means 1 in length. Okay? In that manner. So dimensional formula for volume, it is nothing but what? 3 in length. If they asked you what is the dimensions of length means 3 in length. Okay? Write the dimensional formula for volume means L to the power of plus 3, and this square bracket you should have to add. It indicates we are going to write dimensions for a physical quantity. Are you all following? Note it down. Shall I erase the board? Clear? So now we are going to discuss some more physical quantities. Let us take one by one. Work done. So what is work done by a body? When we can tell that we are going to do some work, correct? No? Whenever we are going to apply some force, that means work done is given by nothing but what? Force into displacement. Force into displacement. Okay. Now we should have to write a dimensional formula for work. Okay, work done. Then you should have to calculate first dimensional formula for force. Okay. Then displacement, it is nothing but what? That is nothing but shortest distance from initial position to final position. That is nothing but length. Okay. Now for force, let us calculate. Force means what? F is equal to ma. That means force is nothing but mass into acceleration. Okay. Then displacement is nothing but, we can write it as it is, displacement. Clear? For mass, remember the dimensional formula for mass we are going to indicate m. Okay. For length we will be indicating L. In the terms of mass, we will be indicating it as m. For time, we will be indicating capital T. Okay. For length, capital L. For mass, capital M. For time, capital T. Remember. For current, we will be treating it as again next term. I will tell you when we are going to take that current factor. Clear? So mass, we will be indicating it by capital M. Now comes acceleration. So what do you mean by acceleration? Acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity of a body, correct? No? How velocity is going to change, that is nothing but acceleration. That means rate of change of velocity. Or in simple words, how I can write this acceleration? Velocity by time. Correct? Next. Displacement, directly you can write. Displacement, that is nothing but the shortest part, or it is nothing but 1 in length. Okay, only L. Now, this M as it is I will be mentioning. Okay, next. Velocity means what? Displacement by time again. Correct? So finally here what I can write means dimensional formula for displacement here divided by dimensional formula for time. This indicates displacement by time, it is nothing but velocity. Here I am having one more time factor. That means this will become again 1 by time here. Clear? Are you all following? Velocity is nothing but displacement by time. Time as it is in the denominator I am keeping. Next to this L as it is I will be writing here. Now write for displacement, time, everything. So dimensional formula for work done, or in simple words you can call it as work. So it is nothing but M as it is. Okay, this M as it is displacement, that is nothing but what? L, correct? No, that is nothing but length, shortest path, distance. Next, this is nothing but t, that means time for t. One more time we are having, that's why t to the power of 2. Next, here I am having one more length, that's why I can take it as L square, L into L. Okay, in displacement we are having one L, here one L we are having, that's why L into L, L square I will be treating. Here in denominator, time into time, that will become t square. Clear? So now finally how I can write this dimensional formula for work? Clear? This is m. You can write it as simply m or m power 1. Okay, m. Next, this is L square. Next, this will be coming to numerator. Okay, this t factor we are going to write it in numerator only. That's why t to the power of this 2 will become t to the power of minus 2. Okay, so whenever we are shifting from numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator means we will be changing the sign of the power, not sign of this complete quantity. Here sign whatever we are having, that we are not changing, but the sign of the power what we are having, here it was plus 2. Nothing I had written here means that indicates plus 2. If I am taking this t square to numerator means it will become t power minus 2. Clear? Shall we go to one more example? You can note it down. That means how you can tell dimensions of work if they ask means what are the dimensions of work means you can write it as m power 1, that means 1 in mass, okay, 2 in length, minus 2 in time. That are nothing but dimensions of work. Okay, dimensions of a physical quantity, that is nothing but work here I had considered. Okay, shall I erase the board? Okay, while discussing work done we came across one more physical quantity, that is nothing but force. So shall I write here only dimensions of force if you want means how you can write, that is nothing but mass into acceleration, correct? Mass into acceleration. So mass as it is, acceleration means velocity by time, okay, rate of change of velocity. So for mass capital M, velocity means Lt power minus 1. Why Lt power minus 1? Velocity is nothing but what? Displacement by time. Okay, if you consider displacement by time means displacement we are going to measure it as a length L, and denominator we are having time, that is nothing but t power minus 1. And one more factor, here we are having in denominator time, correct? So finally for force what we can write, m, clear? Next L, m power 1, L power 1, t power. Here minus 1 I am having, here plus 1 I am having. This plus 1 will go to numerator and it will become minus 1. So t power minus 1, t power minus 1 will become what? T power minus 2. That means for force we are having the dimensions as follows, that are nothing but 1 in mass, 1 in length, minus 2 in time. Clear? So next we will be discussing the dimensional formula for pressure. Okay, dimensional formula for pressure. Let me tell you, pressure is nothing but, it is nothing but force applied per unit area. That means force applied per unit area. That means if area value is 1 meter, if the area value is 1 meter square, then we will be treating this as pressure is equal to force. That is why pressure can be defined as force applied per unit area. So P is equal to F by A. So F is nothing but force here. Yeah, A is nothing but area. Now just start a dimensional analysis. For force already we had calculated here. What we got? M1 L1 t power minus 2. Okay, directly you can write. M L t power minus 2 also you can write, or M1 L1 t power minus 2 also you can write. Now comes about area. Area is nothing but what? Area is nothing but what? Yes, length into breadth. Okay, in simple words, if you want to check area means that is nothing but what? Length into breadth. So length into breadth means both the quantities we are going to measure in the units of length only, okay, in meters only. That's why in denominator the dimensions of area, if I want to write, means as I had told you earlier, dimensions of length is nothing but 2 times, sorry, dimension of length is area is nothing but 2 in length. That's why I can write it as L square. Clear? So finally, dimensional formula for pressure, okay, dimensional formula for pressure can be written as M as it is, okay, M. Now here L power 1 we are having, here L power 2 we are having. This L power 2 I am shifting it to numerator, it will become L power minus 2, correct? Now here L power 1, here L power minus 2, 1 minus 2, how much it will be? L power minus 1, clear? Are you all understanding? This L power 2 I am shifting it to numerator, here L power plus 1, here L power minus 2, plus 1 minus 2 means it will be minus 1. So M L power minus 1 and T power minus 2. Clear? So dimensions of a pressure is nothing but 1 in mass minus 1 in length minus 2 in time. Clear? If anybody informed you to calculate dimension formula for pressure, means complete in this step by step you should have to derive. Clear? Shall we go to one more example? Let us go for next example, that is nothing but speed. Okay, we are going to calculate the dimensional formula for speed. Yes, in basic words you had studied in kinematics, what do you mean by speed, correct now? So what is speed? Basically, it is nothing but distance covered by the body in unit time. Remember, always remember, velocity is nothing but displacement covered by the body in unit time. But speed is nothing but what? Distance covered by the body in unit time. Clear? So speed is nothing but what? Distance covered by a body, okay, per unit time. Okay. So we are going to calculate dimensions for speed. So just start the analysis. So dimensional formula for speed. Okay, I am using square brackets is equal to distance. Yes. What is the SI unit to measure a distance? That is nothing but meter, correct now? So what I can write here, dimensions for distance means it is nothing but length, okay? I will be writing it as L, I will be writing it as L. Next, time means it is nothing but T. So dimensional formula for speed will become L into T power. This T power 1 it is in denominator presently. So if I take this T to the numerator means it will become T to the power of minus 1. This is nothing but dimensional formula for speed. That means dimensions of a speed is nothing but 1 in length and minus 1 in time. Are you all following? Always remember dimensional formula for speed that is equivalent to dimensional formula for velocity, because velocity is nothing but what? Displacement by time. Displacement, it is nothing but we are going to measure some distance. Basically, if we talk means that is nothing but distance only. Okay. So displacement by time means for displacement again we will be treating it as length only, and time again T only. Again we are going to get LT power minus 1. So what I can write? Dimensional formula for speed is equal to LT power minus 1, that is equivalent to dimensional formula for velocity. Clear? So you can note it down. Shall I erase the board? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about next physical quantity, that is nothing but density. Okay. I hope you know density. If anybody is there, if you don't know means, remember density is nothing but amount of a substance which is contained in a one material. If we consider one material means how much amount of substance is present in that. If we want to calculate that factor means that factor is nothing but density. So this density can be defined as mass contained in a body per unit volume. Okay, so density is nothing but mass by volume. Now we are going to calculate dimensions of a density, that is nothing but, so dimensions of a density we are going to write. For mass we will be treating it as capital M, okay, general notation. For volume Volume means what? It is nothing but L cube. Already we had discussed. Length into breadth into height. Okay. This is nothing but L cube. So finally what I can write? M into L to the power of minus 3. This is nothing but dimensional formula for density. Clear? So dimensions of density is nothing but 1 in mass minus 3 in length. Okay. Dimensional formula for density means ml to the power of minus 3. Clear? So one more very important, in which most of the competitive exams they will be asking, that is nothing but in Newton's law of gravitation when we are discussing, so dimensional formula for that gravitational constant. So first I will tell you what is Newton's law of gravitation. Okay, when we were discussing in physical world, I had informed you 4 basic forces in nature. In that 4 basic forces in nature, first force which we had discussed, that is nothing but gravitational force, okay, which is the weakest force in nature, and that gravitational force was first proposed by Newton. And what Newton suggested means, in the universe, okay, if we consider 2 bodies, means 2 bodies will start attracting each other, that force is directly proportional to what? Product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. That means so for gravitational constant, we are going to calculate what is dimensional formula. Now listen, according to Newton, F is directly proportional to product of masses m1, m2 and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. Clear? So if you have not yet watched that video, means you can go and watch that video, physical world first video. Okay. Next, if I remove this proportionality constant, means what I can write? F is equal to G m1 m2 whole divided by r square. Clear? This G is nothing but what? Gravitational constant. For this gravitational constant, now we are going to determine what are the dimensions. So if I separate this G means, so what I can write? Fr square whole divided by m1 m2. Okay? Where F is nothing but force, R is nothing but the distance between 2 objects, m1 and m2 are nothing but masses. Okay? So now we are going to write dimensions for G. So dimensions for G is given by, first one for force. Force already we had calculated. What is the dimensional formula for force? Force is nothing but what? Mass into acceleration. That is nothing but mass, okay, into acceleration means Lt power minus 2. Correct? No, it is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Velocity is nothing but L by t. Rate of change of velocity means length by time square. That's why L divided by t square, or L into t power minus 2. So F is nothing but ml t power minus 2. Next, r square, distance square. R is nothing but radius. Okay, radius is nothing but distance. So r square means it is nothing but length basically. So L square whole divided by m1 into m2. m1 is also mass, m2 is also mass. So what I can write? For m1 capital M, for m2 again one more capital M. Clear? Are you following? So now from this step, what all the things will get cancelled? Just check. Here m will get cancelled. So what we can write? Dimensional formula for G is nothing but, first of all, this m we can take it to numerator. Okay. So if I take this m to numerator means it will become m to the power minus 1. Next, here we are having n, here we are having L square, L power 1, L power 2. That's why it will become what? L power 3. Okay. Next remaining is t power minus 2. Okay. In most of the exams they had asked you this question. So the dimensional formula for gravitational constant G is nothing but m power minus 1, L power 3, t power minus 2. Okay. Dimensions of a physical quantity, that is nothing but G is minus 1 in mass, 3 in length and minus 2 in time. Clear? Shall we go to next examples? Shall I erase the board? Clear? So now we are going to discuss about energy. Clear? So dimensions of energy we are going to calculate. So you can take any formula, okay, while discussing dimensional analysis. So energy. So I will take kinetic energy equation, that is nothing but half mv square. Okay, this half is a constant. We can't apply dimensions for this. Clear? So dimensions formula for energy, that is nothing but dimension formula for this mass and dimension formula for this velocity. Velocity square here. Half mv square means this m indicates mass of the body, v indicates velocity of the body. So for mass I had written capital N. Velocity means displacement by time, that is nothing but Lt power minus 1 whole square you are having, that means v square you are having, that's why Lt power minus 1 is nothing but what? V. This square if I take means it will become like this. So dimensional formula for energy is equal to m, okay, L T power, sorry, m L square, okay, T power minus 2. That means dimensions of energy is nothing but 1 in mass, 2 in length, minus 2 in time. And dimensional formula for energy is nothing but m L square T to the power of minus 2. And always remember, dimensional formula for energy as well as dimensional formula for work done, both will be same. Okay. Earlier what we had calculated for work, if you go and cross check means there also you will be going to get m L square to the power of minus 2 only. Clear? So shall we go to one more example? Let us take impulse. So first of all I will tell you what is this impulse. Whenever you are applying a large force for a very short interval of time, imagine that you are playing a cricket. Okay, when bowler throws a ball and you will be hitting by bat, the time of contact of that ball with respect to bat, okay, very short time interval, and you are applying a maximum force over there. That is nothing but impulse. When large amount of force is applied on a body for a very short interval of time, that is nothing but impulse. So if this impulse is given by force into time, force into time. So dimensional formula for force we want. Dimensional formula force is nothing but what? Already we had calculated m L T to the power of minus 2. Correct now? Mass into acceleration. Mass is m, acceleration is velocity by time. Velocity is nothing but L T power minus 1 divided by time is T power minus 2. So m L T power minus 2, and here time t, correct? For this time t. So finally what I can write? M, okay, L T power minus 2, T power plus 1, minus 2 plus 1, how much it will be? Minus 1. So m by T power minus 1, this is nothing but dimensional formula for impulse. So dimensions of impulse is nothing but what? 1 in mass, okay, 1 in mass, 1 in length, and minus 1 in time. You can write it like this, or if you had not written means it is well treated that this is m power 1 only. If you had forgotten to write 1 means it is treated as m L only. If you had here also if you had forgotten means it is treated as t power plus 1. Okay, it is you have to specify when negative sign is there. Clear? So m power 1, L power 1, t to the power of minus 1. This is nothing but the dimensional formula for impulse. Okay. Next, let us take one more example. Dimensional formula for stress. Okay. Don't get panic. You will be going to get all these terminologies within a very short interval of time only. So in 11th standard only, in PU first standard only, you will be going to discuss what do you mean by stress. Okay. For the time being, I will be dealing with to tell you what do we mean by stress. Imagine we are having in a body, I am having an iron rod or an elastic spring. Let us take iron rod only. If I apply external forces to stretch that body, okay, I am applying some forces to stretch that body, and that body, what it will start doing means it will try to restore to its original shape and its original position. That is nothing but stress is nothing but restoring force per unit area. Okay, so stress is nothing but restoring force per unit area. Whenever we are specifying per unit area, we are per time, okay, like that if we are discussing means it will be coming in denominator part, remember. So dimensional formula for force is nothing but what? Here already we had written how much it is, m l t power minus 2. Now area means what? Dimensional formula for area is nothing but length into breadth, clear? That means L square, correct? No, 2 times of length, okay, 2 in length. So finally if I want to write dimensional formula for stress means it will become m, okay. Next here L power 1, here L power 2. If this L power 2, if it comes to numerator means it will become L power minus 2. L power minus 2, L power plus 1. It will become L power minus 1. Clear? L square completed. Next remaining is t to the power of minus 2. Clear? So stress is also force applied per unit area. Pressure is force applied per unit area. Stress is nothing but restoring force per unit area. Okay, both the physical quantities will be having same dimensional unit. Okay, for stress also we will be having m l to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. Already we had discussed for dimensional formula for pressure. Okay, if you go and cross check over there means dimensional formula for pressure is also m l to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. Clear? Shall I erase the board? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about what are the applications of dimensional analysis. Okay. So finally we will be having 3 applications. So one by one we will be discussing. First application, to check correctness of a equation. That means they will be giving you one equation, and for that equation they will be telling to check correctness of that equation. Let us consider a basic equation which you already know, that is nothing but V is equal to U plus AT. V is equal to U plus AT. So what we are doing, first we are going to consider this left hand side. Okay, left hand side. Here V is nothing but what? Final velocity, correct? Now final velocity. Okay, U is nothing but what? Initial velocity. Next, A is nothing but what? Acceleration of the body, and T is nothing but time taken. Correct? No? All the values I had written here. So how we will be considering this means, how we are going to check correctness of this equation, given equation means, first we will consider left hand side. Okay, in left hand side which term we are having? We are having V. Okay, we are going to calculate dimensions of this V. V is nothing but what? Final velocity, correct? No, V is nothing but what? Final velocity. That means it is nothing but basically this V is nothing but velocity. Now we are going to calculate dimensional formula for this velocity. Dimensional formula for velocity, it is nothing but what? L t to the power minus 1. How L t to the power minus 1? Velocity, it is nothing but displacement by time. Displacement I will be rating it as capital L. Divided by time means t to the power of minus 1, because t was in denominator. Directly I had written it in the terms of numerator. So L t to the power of minus 1. Next, I am treating this equation as equation number 1. Clear? Next, I will be considering right hand side. Clear? In right hand side, what all the terms we are having, one by one term you should have to consider. Here first term I am having U, correct? So I am going to consider what are the dimensions of this U. U is nothing but what? Initial velocity. So for it is nothing but basically velocity. Dimensional formula for velocity, that is nothing but what? Lt to the power of minus 1. Clear? So I will be treating this equation as 2. So for velocity, this is final velocity, this is initial velocity, but basically this is also velocity, this is also velocity. Here also Lt to the power of minus 1, here also Lt to the power of minus 1. Now consider this last term, what you are having, A into T. So in right hand side again one more term we are having, that is nothing but A into T. Correct? So A means what here? Acceleration. Okay? Acceleration means rate of change of velocity. Correct no? Acceleration means rate of change of velocity. So how I can write it as velocity divided by time. Okay? For simplification, I will be writing here, this is nothing but velocity by time. What is that? Acceleration. A is nothing but velocity by time. Next, for T, I will be writing dimensional formula T only. So velocity, what you can write? For velocity, Lt to the power of minus 1. Okay? Next, here we are having time, that's why T. Okay? And here, right side again one more T we are having, that's why T. So this T will get cancelled. Finally, what is remaining here? L T to the power of minus 1. So this term I will be treating it as third equation. That means dimensional formula for AT is nothing but L T to the power of minus 1. When we have all the terms in an equation having same dimensions, then we are going to treat that kind of equation is correct equation, dimensionally correct equation. That's why V is equal to U plus AT, or the given equation V is equal to U plus AT is dimensionally correct by comparing equation 1, 2 and 3 right hand side. Okay, Lt to the power of minus 1, Lt to the power of minus 1, Lt to the power of minus 1. By comparing equations 1, 2 and 3, we can treat it as the given equation V is equal to U plus AT is dimensionally correct. Clear? You should have to write that same wordings. Therefore, given equation V is equal to U plus AT is dimensionally correct equation. Okay? Or by comparing equation 1, 2 and 3, given equation V is equal to U plus AT is dimensionally correct equation. Clear? So here I had written correct equation. Okay? I hope something cutting here. It is correct equation. Okay? Note it down. Shall I erase the board? Shall we go to one more example? Okay? Next, let us consider a second example to check correctness of an equation. So let us consider V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Okay? In kinematics, you had came across this equation. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS, where V is nothing but final velocity, U is nothing but initial velocity, A is nothing but acceleration, S is nothing but displacement. Correct now? So one by one we will be going to check now. So first one we will be considering left hand side. Okay, in left hand side what we are having? V square. Okay, we are going to check what are the dimensions for this V square. V is nothing but what? Basically it is nothing but velocity. Of course it is the final velocity, but basically if we talk means this is nothing but velocity. So what is the velocity? What is the dimensions for velocity? L into T power minus 1, displacement by time. Okay, and that complete square, whole square. So what I can write? L square, okay, T to the power of minus 2. Clear? Next, let us go for RHS. In RHS, first check which term you are having. U square. Okay, what is U? What is U? It is nothing but initial velocity. Basically it is also a velocity. How I can write? L into T to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of 2. Why 2 means here we are having square, that's why square. So L power 2 and T power minus 2. So this equation I will be treating it as 1. This equation I will be treating it as 2. Clear? Next you are having 2as. Okay, apply dimensions for 2as. 2 is nothing but what? It is a constant. Leave it outside. Dimensions for acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but what? Rate of change of velocity. How I can write? L into t to the power of minus 2. How? Velocity is L t to the power of minus 1. Correct? Next, divided by time means one more time it will come to numerator. That's why L t to the power of minus 1 into t to the power of minus 1 will become L t to the power of minus 2. Clear? So this is about acceleration. Next, for displacement. Displacement is nothing but length. We are going to treat it as L. So how I can write? This will be nothing but L square t to the power of minus 2. Clear? L square t to the power of minus 2. So this I will be treating it as third one. So how what's the final statement you can conclude? L square t to the power of minus 2, L square t to the power of minus 2, L square t to the power of minus 2. That means all the three terms what they had given, all the three terms are having same dimensional formula. That means L square to the power of minus 2. Clear? From equation 1, 2 and 3, the given equation v square is equal to u square plus 2as is dimensionally correct equation. Clear? So shall we go to one more example? That is nothing but what? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut plus half at square. Clear? S is nothing but what? Displacement. U is nothing but initial velocity. T is nothing but time. 1 by 2 half is nothing but constant. Don't worry. A is nothing but acceleration. T is nothing but again time taken. So shall we start applying the conditions? This is our example number 2. Okay. Example. So left hand side. Okay. Dimensions for displacement, yes. That is nothing but what? Length, correct now? Displacement is nothing but what? It is nothing but a distance between final position, shortest distance from initial position to final position is nothing but displacement. So dimensions for displacement, it is nothing but length L. So I will be writing it as equation 1. Next, in RHS, what are the things we are having? Just check. In RHS we are having first term ut. So apply dimensional analysis for ut. U is nothing but initial velocity, t is nothing but time. Okay, start. So u is nothing but initial velocity means this is nothing but basically which term? Velocity. So what I can write? U is nothing but L t to the power of minus 1. Okay, displacement by time, velocity, displacement by time. Next here, this t is nothing but what? Directly, time. Okay, t to the power of minus 1, t to the power of plus 1. Okay, these two will get cancelled. So what is remaining? Dimension L. Yeah, this I will be treating it as 2. Next, finally, what is remaining? Half at square term. Now check for half at square. Half at square. Okay, half is constant, leave. Dimensional formula for A, acceleration. What is that? L into t to the power of minus 2. Okay, you have to practice a lot. If you want to write it very streamlessly, means you should have to practice a lot. Then you will be coming to know how acceleration directly can be written. Yeah, apart from writing all the time velocity by time, directly if you can write it, no problem. But only thing is you have to practice a lot. So this is acceleration is nothing but L t to the power of minus 2. Next, this t is nothing but what? Time. Okay, time t square we are having, that's why t square. So t to the power of minus 2, t to the power of plus 2, they will get cancelled each other. Only thing remaining it is nothing but L. Yeah. So this one I will be treating it as third equation. Now just compare the right hand sides of equation 1, 2, 3. What we are having? Dimensional formula L. So from equation 1, 2 and 3, we can treat that the given equation S is equal to ut plus half at square is dimensionally correct equation. Clear? Are you all understanding? Shall I erase the board? Clear? So next, we are having one of the most important thing, that is nothing but principle of principle of homogeneity. So imagine a basic situation. You are going to have two masses in your hand, okay? One is of 5 kg and another one is of 10 kg. You can add these two physical quantities because both the physical quantities are having nothing but what? Same characteristic. That means we are going to measure mass, okay? And let us suppose I am having 1 meter scale, and I am having a 5 kg dumbbell in my hand. In one hand I am having 5 meter scale and in one more hand I am having 5 kg dumbbell. I can't add these two. That means one quantity we are measuring in mass, okay? One quantity for one object we are considering mass, and for one more object we are considering length, okay? So this kind we can't do addition. That means this principle of homogeneity will tell us that if we are having an equation like A is equal to B plus C plus D, okay? If we are having an equation in this manner, so all the factors or all the physical quantities, these A, B, C, D, let us assume that these are nothing but some quantities, and the units of these quantities should be same, okay? The units of this quantity should be same. If I consider velocity, means velocity unit is nothing but what? Meter per second, correct? If this is should also be in meter per second, this factor should also be in meter per second, this factor should also be in meter per second, this factor should also be in meter per second. If we are having in this manner, means we can add, or we will be treating it as a if they are completely same units, means we will be treating it as it is a correct equation, okay? We can add that equation. If these physical quantities are having different quantities or different units, means we can't do this kind of relation. That means if this one is mass, one is length, one is acceleration, like that we can't add, okay? If all the three quantities are mass, means here also I will get mass. 5 kg plus 2 kg plus 3 kg means 5 plus 2 is nothing but 7, 7 plus 3 it is nothing but 10 kg. So final result I will be writing it as 10 kg. Clear? So here also unit 10, here each units are also kg, 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 means I hope you are getting the feel. That is nothing but the quantities what we are adding, okay? The units of those quantities should be reliable. That means they should be same. So based on this principle we will be going to solve some numericals. Clear? And in competitive exam also you will be going to get some questions based on principle of homogeneity. Okay, shall we go to one numerical? Okay. Now come to this problem. Here in problem they have given that the relation between velocity and time, it is given by v is equal to a plus b by t plus ct square. The units of a, b and c they are asking. Okay, the units of a, b and c will be just by applying principle of homogeneity. This v is nothing but velocity, this t is nothing but time, this t square is nothing but time square. They are asking us units of a, b and c. Clear? So v velocity means here unit will be meter per second, correct? No? Here unit is meter per second, means here all the three units, here meter per second should be there, here meter per second should be there, and here also meter per second should be there. So according to principle of homogeneity, what I can get here, if a has to be meter per second, means completely unit of a is nothing but meter per second. Clear? Now I should have to take b quantities such that I should have to get completely meter per second. Time we are going to measure it in second. Clear? But b, what I can write, this is nothing but meter divided by time is nothing but second. That means for a we got the unit as meter per second. Clear? For b we got the unit as meter. Clear? Divided by time, second already there. Now c t square, that means here t square first I will write. This is nothing but second square. Correct? This will be second square already I am having. I should have to adjust this C in such a manner that I should have to get meter per second. Okay, so how I can adjust? Meter we are not having, first we are adding meter. Per second we want, that means s to the power of minus 1. Here we are having s to the power of 2, so what I can write here? S to the power of minus 3, that means s to the power of minus 3 and s to the power of plus 2 will give me what? This complete factor will give me meter per second. Correct now? That's why for C, what will be our units? Meter per second cube. Clear? So finally, units of A is nothing but what? Meter per second. Clear? For B it will be meter. For C it will be meter per second cube. Clear? In this manner you have to apply the principle of homogeneity. Clear? So don't waste your time, study well. Don't waste your time, study well. That last one C is nothing but meter per second cube I had written. Okay, don't waste your time, study well. Go through NCERT textbook once, dimensional analysis, okay, how principle of homogeneity is applied, everything, and then follow these numericals also. If you have any doubts means just mark it over there, and once college reopens you can freely ask those doubts to us. Clear? Thank you.